how come you started to do the work that you're doing?
Yeah, so I mean, initially I started my career back in real estate, back in I think it was 2017, and I grew my business very quickly. And the way I did that, the reason I was able to grow very quick is because instead of having to hire local assistants, local help, and pay, 40, $50 per hour, at the time I used to hire people from the Philippines. So instead of having, say, two or three employees, I was able to have 25 employees from the Philippines that were able to do the same work that I would have hired a local person to do for much more. And so eventually, when I got out of real estate, I decided to start remote leverage because I said, you know what, we can help other businesses apply the same principle. Like I said, where I live, average wages, like entry level type of people, are about $23-$24 per hour to do entry level type of work, versus, like, when we hire people from Mexico, you could get somebody to fill an executive assistant position, a sales position, a customer support position for as little as $6 to $10 per hour. And so a lot of businesses now, especially with, everything's getting so much more expensive nowadays. I'm sure you've seen it. You live in
Oh yeah.
Canada. Yeah, I
Yeah.
live in the US. Everything's so much more expensive. And so people need to cut costs. And this has been a great way to do that. And that's, I saw that happening, and that's why I started the business. And it's been growing very rapidly. We started about a year and a half ago. We tested a different concept at first, but then eventually we started hiring from Latin America and over the past year. And, it took us about 4 months to grow to 50,000 a month. But then from December up until now, we grew from 50,000 a month to 450,000 per month, because there's been a lot of demand and people love the quality. They love what they're seeing. And so the business has been growing very rapidly as a result of that.
Wow. Congratulations. That's
Well, I
awesome.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Give us some examples of the businesses that you're talking about, because maybe for my audience who's watching, they have no clue what you do, even though you explain it.
Yeah.
Give Take us through how you hire and the businesses you hired.
Absolutely. What's interesting is I was very surprised when I started this business. In my head, I was thinking, we're going to work with a specific type of businesses or specific industries. But the reality is we've been able to work with just about every industry I can think of. We've held medical clinics. We've helped construction companies, roofing companies. We've held HVAC. We've helped real estate people, property management. I mean, really, just about every business out there we've been able to help. And really, what's important is not the industry, from what I found. What's important is what is the type of job you're looking to hire for. If it's something that can be done remotely, there is no reason to hire a local person to do that. You can hire somebody from Mexico for significantly less. And what's interesting is you can get much higher quality